cash, look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' is shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bread on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open, that's Damian Radley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Lawletta now on second. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lawletta. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Flashed the nice move, but only able to get to the 10 with it. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. A first down carry now for Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing on third down, Watson escaping the pressure right. The catch made by Miller. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Reset. Black 99 Philly.
Out of the gun, Watson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Richmond. Black 99 Philly. Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Reset, reset, reset. Come back, come back.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Richmond. Richmond.
Slam. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Lawletta on 1st down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Lawletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Back Leopard. Philly. Here we go.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Leopard. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawletta. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Loletta
to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Giants! Damian Ratley with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Reset.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Miller. Shrugs him off. Oh, refusing to go down. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon. Able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Tiger. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, get him. You got it. 48, Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going up top for Miller. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Here's Lauletta. Now he's flushed out left and avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
Lauletta on 3rd down. Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Watch it now, Barney!
Lauletta. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
No. Check. Patriot! Detroit! Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch it now, Barney!
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Laletta. And shedding through the tackle. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Damian Ratley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you don't control the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, it's Watson. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Detroit! Watching now, Barney!
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Reset, reset, reset.
Again, it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Reset, reset, reset. Come back, come back. Black 99, feel it.
Now Watson on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston. First down.
Black 99, feel it.
Watson on first down. Being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you credit? Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Now Lawletta on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
Leopard! Black 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
On first down, it's Lauletta. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
They come out here in the eye. They give it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin with a run by Miller. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Richmond! Tiger! Set! Move ready!
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Come back!
Throwing on third down, Watson. He may try and run for this. And down he'll go at the 25. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Christian Covington. Able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
No, check.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Here's Watson throwing on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Damon Harrison never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dumps it complete to Miller. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Leopard! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 1st down, Lauletta. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a give to Barkley. And a short gain here down to the 22. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Lauletta to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Gone! Detroit! Gone, gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw on second is Watson. And he's going to go down again. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Third and long, it's Watson. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. Hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Leopard! Leopard!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.